What's up, guys? All right, now we've already talked about our why. We've already talked about solving a solution to a problem. Now, this is where the real fun begins. This is where you figure out what you actually want to name your business. Now, I do not recommend, like, my name's David, I do not recommend calling it, you know, David's Handyman Service. That's not very profitable in the long run if you were to ever try and exit and sell. Who wants to buy someone else's name? The key to a successful business when it comes to naming your business is you want to have specific keywords in your actual business name that people are Googling online. So, like for instance, I started a concrete coating company. Now we use polyaspartic for our coatings. We don't use epoxy. We do epoxy sometimes indoors, but 99% of our work is polyaspartic. So, are people Googling polyaspartic? No, no one knows what that means. I mean, I'm pretty sure probably most everybody on this video probably doesn't know or hasn't heard of polyaspartic. But epoxy, people always assume that the concrete coatings that are in your garage, the pretty little decorative floors, is epoxy. So the most Google words for that service is garage epoxy flooring. So what did I name my company? Now my company's the first name of all my companies is Budget because I wanted to piggyback off some other businesses. So being smart with that SEO, and then also in the mind of people, with that hook, budget. And that's one of our mottos is working within the budget of our customers. So we did Budget Epoxy Flooring Pro. Um, and so that is actually super, super strong because the majority of people looking for concrete coatings are Googling epoxy. Epoxy is the number one most Google word when it comes to concrete coatings. So, for instance, I launched a wholesaling company. The most Google words for people looking to sell their house fast is fast cash and home buyers. So, what did I name the company? Well, Fast Cash Home Buyers was already taken, so I did Fast Cash Pro Home Buyers, and now we launched that last week. But that is the key. And the way you figure that out is Google some of your competition, figure out what they're naming their companies. Then also, you really want to get a good with a, you want to get go you want to get with a really good SEO guy, and not just some Joe Schmo on the internet. You find $99, they'll put you number one on the Google search list. That's not how it works. $99 isn't going to get you anywhere. But I'm positive a good SEO guy, if you reach out to him, find you a local guy, not some guru on the internet. I've got a really good one, searchhooley.com. He Without him, I wouldn't be anywhere where I'm at right now. Would not be where I'm at. But I always talk to him before I start any business and figure out even if it's figure out if it's even a profitable business. Like I wanted to start a trailer rental company, and because I see dump trailers all over the place, and we got a bunch of them with the business, I'm like, hell, let's rent them out when we're not using them. And for a while, it was kind of booming. It seemed like, and then I circled back to it, and I talked to him about it, and there aren't really that many people searching. There, you can get a roll off for a lot cheaper than what you're going to rent a dump trailer for per day. Now they do rent. I mean, it might be a little passive income. You can make a few dollars, but you're not renting 10, 20 of them out a month. I mean, a day or anything like that. So I kind of ixnayed that idea. But you want to get with a good SEO guy. You want to talk to him about what should I name my company. This is what I'm doing. What are some keywords that people are looking up, and then ask them how many people are actually looking in my area to do this kind of work. Is this even a right idea, a good idea? Because if it's not, then you can pivot and figure out something else. Maybe specialize in something else, or maybe broaden it a little bit. I know when I started my pressure washing company, I knew and in my heart that I wasn't going to be able to rely on pressure washing 24/7, even with commercial contracts that were year round. I knew that it wasn't going to work that way. And so I started branching off different divisions from a painting company to a home remodeling company to a concrete coating company to now we were doing flips for people, and now we're starting our own investment company. And then before that, I had a partner where I had another investment company. There's multiple ways to skin a cat, but Don't think you know everything. There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help. And if you need some extra help, feel free to reach out to me. I got no problem helping anyone. This whole program, this whole community is all about making success made simple. Having success made simple in the layman's terms, the easiest way possible. There's a streamlined process, and if you just ask some people for a little bit of help, it makes it even easier. Um, this whole community is for, so you don't have to do it on your own. So reach out to me, but the next step you need to do is figure out a name. But the name is crucial to your success in the long run. You don't want to have to constantly be running advertisement 24/7. You want to get to a point like me and my business. I was running a lot of money in advertising. After I did some guerrilla marketing, then went full time, ran some advertising, expanded it, had a lot of people working for me, and now we're to the point to where I run probably maybe 10% of the advertising cost that I did in the beginning is what I spend now, because majority of our revenue is from referrals. Uh, we do a good service at a good price, and we're transparent about everything that we do. We don't cut corners, and we create an atmosphere for the customer that they're happy to be around, because we work a lot in people's houses. They want to be comfortable around us. We wear uniforms. We're sharp. We're clean. We're not, you know, like I said, Joe Schmo off the side of the road, just coming in and just turning some wrenches. Like, we come in, we look professional. Our vehicles are professional, and we do a good job. That's what it's all about. But it all started with asking for advice on picking the right name. And like, for example, my inflatable one, another example, like my inflatable business. What's the most common thing people are looking up right now? If you were to look up on Google, what are you typing in? You might say, I'm typing in cheap inflatables in my area. So what was the name of my company, or is? I still have it now to this day. Cheapinflatablerentals.com. Cheap Inflatable Rentals. That's the company name. And then that's my website name also. Because that's another thing. You also want to make sure that the website that you look for, that you have for your company, actually is available. You don't want to have, you know, Don's handymanservice.com and then your company be called something else. You want your website to match the same so that it all intertwines so you can build value. You want to build value in everything. And then in a couple more videos, we'll get into how you build even more value organically with YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and how to do that. But the first step is figuring out the keywords to put in your business name and website, and then go from there. And then after we figure that out, I mean, shouldn't take you long. Find a good SEO guy, just get started. And then from there, you also we'll figure out your LLC and stuff like that, because you definitely don't want to be covered. Um, but we won't get into that yet. We'll get into that into another video. But first step, keywords, business name, website. Typically, if the website's available, the LLC should be available also. We'll get back. We'll do some more. We'll figure this all out. We'll work through it together. If you got any questions, just holler at me.